let's talk about that brilliant idea you have, the one you keep thinking about. We're going to break down how to take that spark and turn it into something real, something you can actually build. Ready? Let's dive in. You know how it is, right? You're just going about your day, and then bam, this amazing idea for an app or a piece of software just hits you. But then the big question pops up. What do you actually do next? How do you get from that amazing idea to a real working thing? And right here, this is the first crucial step. It sounds simple, but shifting your mindset from just an idea to a project, well, that's a total game changer. It's the difference between daydreaming and actually starting to build a plan. So, what's the secret sauce? What exactly turns a cool idea into a proper project? Well, there's actually a definition for this, and it's way more powerful than it sounds. Let's break it down. So, the Project Management Institute, the absolute pros in this field, they define a project like this. And the keywords here are temporary and definite beginning and end. A project isn't supposed to last forever. It's a focused burst of effort with a clear finish line, all designed to create something totally unique. And here's the classic puzzle every single project faces. You've got scope, that's what you're building. You've got time, that's how long you have to build it. And you've got cost, that's your budget. Think of them like a three-way seesaw. If you change one, the other two are definitely going to move. It is a constant balancing act. Okay, so not all projects are created equal, right? An architect wouldn't use the same blueprint for a skyscraper that they would for a little cabin in the woods. And it's the exact same for software. Let's look at the different kinds you might encounter. So what kind of project are we talking about? Is it a development project where you're building something totally new from the ground up? Or maybe it's a testing project focused purely on hunting down bugs. It could be maintenance, just keeping an existing system running smoothly. Or maybe you're moving a whole bunch of data. That's a migration. Or you could be taking something old and giving it a serious upgrade, which we call modernization. Knowing which lane you're in is super important. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. The money. How are you going to pay for this thing? This is probably one of the biggest decisions you'll make, and it completely shapes how the whole project feels. So let's get into it.
When it comes right down to it, you've got two main paths you can go down. You can agree on one single locked-in price for the entire thing, or you can pay as you go, based on the time and resources used. Let's see what each of those really means for you.
A fixed price contract is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. The price is set in stone from the very beginning. This is perfect if you know exactly what you want, down to the tiniest detail. It's like picking a house from a builder's catalog. You know what you're getting and you know exactly what it's going to cost. No surprises. Now, on the flip side, we have time and material, or T&M. With this model, you're paying for the actual hours people work and the resources they use. The big win here? Flexibility. This is like hiring an architect to build your absolute dream home from scratch. You can change your mind, add a window here, move a wall there, and the final cost just reflects the choices you make along the way. So let's put these side by side. With fixed price, your cost predictability is sky high, but your flexibility is really low. The risk is mostly on the vendor to deliver within that budget. With T&M, it's the opposite. You've got all the flexibility in the world to change and adapt, but the final cost isn't guaranteed, so more of the financial risk sits with you, the client. So here's the simple rule of thumb, the main takeaway. If your vision is crystal clear and you know exactly what the final product needs to be, fixed price is your friend. But if you need room to explore, to learn, and to pivot as you go, then you're going to want to go with T&M. Okay, what are we building? Check. How are we paying for it? Check. Now for the next big question. Who's actually in charge here? Who's calling the shots? This all comes down to what we call the engagement model. Are you the one who wants to be deeply involved, making all the key decisions? That's a client-governed model. Or is it more of a true partnership where you and your vendor are in it together, sharing responsibility? We call that co-governed. Or maybe you'd rather just hand over the keys and let the experts take the wheel. That's a vendor-owned model. All right, this is it. We've got the idea nailed down, we know the pricing model, and we've decided who's in charge. So what does the actual journey look like? Let's walk through the entire life cycle from that very first spark of an idea all the way to the finish line. No matter how big or small, or what kind of software you're building, pretty much every project follows the same path. It's a life cycle made up of 5 distinct phases that act as a roadmap from start to finish. So, it all kicks off with initiation. This is where your idea gets defined and gets the official green light. Then you dive deep into planning, where you map out every single step. After that comes execution, This is where the rubber meets the road and the actual building happens. But you're not just building blindly. The whole time, you're in the monitoring and control phase, making sure everything stays on track. And finally, you hit closure. The work is done, you hand off the final product, and you celebrate.
So there you have it. That's the map. That's the framework for taking an idea out of your head and making it real. You've got the concepts, you've got the steps. So the only question left is, what amazing idea are you going to turn into a project?